Hey! 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 What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to stay in the inventory? Stay still! How much noise it makes. How much noise it makes. I wish I could see what's recorded on this reel. Doesn't seem very... Funny idea. Funny idea. Some people get lucky. Doesn't seem... I think many people would like... Doesn't seem... All God's children should be able to play by the sea.
Are you here to talk about music, or...
Could I please get some flour?
I promise, if you listen...
Wagner gives me vertigo. Eat one of these and you'll be full the whole day. Doesn't seem... Now that I got flour, I have no excuse for not making donuts. Why did Jack... The last time... Funny idea. Some people... I know a laptop doesn't fit well. My warm, comfy bed. I wish I could sleep on you with peace of mind. Hi, Miso. Funny idea. Funny idea. Funny idea. But even if I... Some people... Some people... Doesn't seem... By the way, I've been meaning to ask you something. I just remembered as I saw the closed doors of the movie theater.
What is it? I hope you're not adding something new to my responsibilities.
Why did you stop the weekly film screenings there?
Because we couldn't get the money to buy a new player. Also, the neighbors aren't very sociable. It's hard to get them all together at the same time.
I remember you had a collection of the best 35mm films. Let's set it up again. I love old technology.
A friend of mine borrowed them and never gave them back. It ruined our friendship.
Why don't you go to his house and ask for your films?
I'm over it now. No time for old films. But if you want them so much, why don't you go yourself? Take this road straight up until you get to the square. His house is one of the first houses. It's got a blue door and there's a large sign hanging on its wall.
Oh, you again. Well, at least you've hidden those bloody eyes of yours behind shades.
Don't worry. I know everything. I know you can't sleep anymore since you saw me that night underneath your bed. And you can't tell anyone. Someone who doesn't remember her own name and sees an invisible old man will end up in the madhouse.
You've trapped me. How can I get rid of this insomnia?
Your sleep is tied to mine. As long as I'm awake, you're awake. But worry not, a sailor who stared into the horizon so long that her eyes have turned into the color of the sunset can endure much more than this.
If it wasn't for this elephant that vanished one night from the zoo without a trace, maybe our town's name would have never gotten into the newspapers. After breaking into the house, I'd better not touch anything before meeting the owner. After breaking into the house, Hi, hope I'm not intruding. The door was open. I was wondering if...
Of course, come in, my dear. But of course you're not intruding. After all, we know each other.
We do? Oh yes, you own the restaurant on 20th Street.
Yes, that's right. I lived a very different life back then. Did you know that I employed over 30 people in that restaurant? And I only ever met 2 of them? The young man I made manager, and...
Me? Wow. Yeah, I remember. Actually, I remember the day I met Yuval. It was my 20th birthday. So it was 5 years, 4 months, and 2 days ago.
25. Wonderful. I remember you didn't want to get any smarter.
You still have a good memory. Intelligence was the only thing I was sure of in myself back then.
I knew you were very smart from the first moment I saw you at the door holding a tray. I'd like to test you. May I?
Sure. I'm curious how I'd score. It's been a while since I had to be smart.
When I retired, I picked up this hobby of connecting things together and making strange stuff. See this noisy TV? With a secret code, you can connect it to the global TV network of 100 years ago.
Are you kidding? There was no TV 100 years ago.
Don't doubt an old man who's got a death ticket in his hand. TV or not, the waves are still floating in the air.
Maybe you're right. Let me have a closer look at your inventions.
Come on, girl. Don't you want to see what people used to watch 100 years ago?
If this wasn't about testing my own abilities, I would have given up by now. love the feel of this painting. Snow in a war zone. What else could go wrong? They must have been a rich family to have their portraits painted. I think I can form some words from the letters on the box. The solution is on the bookshelf? What should I be looking for on the bookshelf? Come to think of it, the bookshelf also forms a 4x4 grid. There's nothing scarier in this world than a bald and blind doll. It might come in handy someday. The evidence shows the resident of this place has tried anything and everything to become an artist. Order is the only thing you can't see in how this place is organized. Order is the only thing you can't. The china reminds me of my grandmother's house. These paintings on the ceiling show this place used to be glamorous. I don't know how it's ended up like this. I should probably match these in a certain way. Didn't I see something like this around the house? I should take a look at those paintings in the corridor again. Even if it doesn't open any lock, it's still a pretty key. Any sharp object could be useful someday. I love the feel of this painting. They must have been a rich family to have their portraits painted. Oh, the threads revealed the teddy bear. Looks like I have come close to solving the dilemma. I feel like there's something under the teddy bear's belly. Why isn't its belly soft like a teddy bear's? Looks like I need a key to make the buttons work. Those eyes could be holding the answer somehow. Innocent, inanimate eyes. Are you trying to tell me something?
I can't believe it. It's always earthquakes on TV. Come over here, girl. Watch what you're going to see all the time until you get to my age.
This is really strange. How did this happen?
What's strange about it? Don't you ever watch news?
I mean, how did you connect those things, and how are we watching footage from 100 years ago?
All that matters is that you solved it. Oh, did you hear that? Something fell. I think it's the lingering effects of quake waves.
Seriously, I'm not buying this anymore. Let me have a look around your flat and see what's going on. Huh, lucky this thing fell. So the films were hidden here all alone. If I don't say anything, he won't notice they are missing. Hey Jack, can you believe your friend used to be my boss?
No way. What a small world. So you were able to use your relationship to get the films?
Well, I used my smarts. By the way, you wouldn't believe the things that happened in his house.
I do believe. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that old man is crazy. Anyway, thanks for returning my collection. Didn't want to admit how much I miss these silly old things.
Remember, you promised to restart the movie theater as soon as possible.
I didn't promise anything, but truth be told, when I held those films again and smelled their scent, I was pretty tempted to start screening again.